Hi, and welcome to Focus on Health. I'm Jay Cohen, the director of the Winsted YMCA, and each episode we speak to individuals and initiatives and organizations in town that are doing something to improve the community's health and wellness. And we always have an interesting guest with great things to tell us about, and tonight's no exception. We've got Ellen Schroeder from the Winsted Senior Center.
Right.
And thanks so much for joining me tonight.
Oh, thank you for asking me.
And I know we're on a number of different committees together, and I know you've got a lot going on. I've been over and seen what a wonderful facility you have there.
Thank you.
But I know there's a lot more I can learn, and hopefully our viewers will learn a thing or two along the way, too.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Now, how long have you been at the Senior Center?
It's funny you should ask because I keep track of my anniversary date, and I just celebrated my 15th anniversary.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful.
So it is. It's a labor of love. I really enjoy the job, and the seniors are really like my family.
Yeah. I was just going to say that, that your type of work is similar to the Y, and I was in Parks and Recreation.
Absolutely.
It's all about relationships.
Absolutely.
And to be able to have that, that longevity and, see people continue through that part of their life it's got to be wonderful.
Well, and I sometimes I feel like I get more than I give.
Yeah.
I see such wonderful role models of positive aging, and I'm hoping that I'm aging as well as some of my folks are.
Absolutely. So, what are some of your favorite parts of the job?
There's a lot of juggling of activities, and I like the fact that every day is different, and that it's never boring. I never know what's going to happen day to day, who may need some help with something. So it's the variety, I think, that I like the best.
Now the Senior Center is officially part of the town of Winchester?
Yes, we're a department. We're a department.
So does it serve exclusively residents of Winchester, or?
Not exclusively, but I would say the greatest percentage is Winsted residents. There are quite a few senior centers in Litchfield County, and there's a bit of an overlap between the different towns. People seem to shop around for activities that they're interested in. So we do see some folks from Colebrook and New Hartford, Barkhamsted, Norfolk, Torrington. And I know some of my folks frequent the other senior centers also.
So you are open to non-residents?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes, the only requirement is that folks need to be 55 or older.
Okay. You have to card people when they come in?
No.
Do you ever get to collaborate with other senior centers on programs?
Oh, sure, yeah. I've actually collaborated with Sullivan Center quite often on providing trips.
Okay. They're in Torrington.
In Torrington, right. We often will share a bus. In order to fill the bus, it's better to have more than one group promoting it.
Absolutely.
So I've worked with them on that. Nancy Hudkowski, who is the director there, was in my class in high school. So we've known each other for a long time, and kind of pick each other's brains sometimes about ideas and programming. We've also worked with the New Hartford seniors, Jean Barnacote, and we have shared activities. So,
excellent.
Yeah, it's great.
What's I guess maybe some of the biggest challenges of running a senior center?
What I really hope to do, and maybe this show will help to promote that, is to attract folks that are not utilizing the senior center currently.
Sure.
So if you're at home and you are one of those people that sit in front of the TV all day and maybe don't get dressed, I need to talk to you. You call me up and come and see me, because I found that the activities at the senior center promote people's longevity. They're so much happier, they're socializing, they're emotionally healthier, they're physically healthier, and we want to reach as many seniors as we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And do they need to pre-register? Is it just drop in?
No, it's, there are set activities, and people do drop in for different activities. We're not a day program, and maybe you can talk about yours in this conversation too, because I think what you're doing at the Y is really wonderful and meets a need that we don't meet. Yeah. We have people that maybe will only come for lunch every day. They'll come and spend an hour and a half, and then go home. Or we have folks that might come to an exercise class, or that will come in for assistance with their medical insurance, and I sit one-on-one with them. They might come in and sign up for a trip, and so they will go on a group excursion. So there's a whole variety of things that folks do. Some people will only use one of our services, but many people use all of our services, which is wonderful.
So how many people on an average day come to the senior center?
You know, it's so hard to say because every day is different. I would guess probably 40 to 50. They aren't always the same people
Sure.
every day, and as I said, some people will only come for a short period of time and then leave. So it's difficult to say, but I would say there are probably several thousand people that use our facility in one way or another.
That's excellent.
It is. It's wonderful.
So what are some of your favorite programs?
Well, as you know, I'm on the Fit Together committee with you, and I feel it's a little ironic. I feel as if maybe I should serve as a bad example, but because I need to work on that
We've
myself.
all got to work on that.
But more and more at the senior center, we're offering fitness classes, and I see the difference in people. I see the difference in them physically, in their balance, in their mood, in their energy levels. So it's a really wonderful opportunity for folks to come out and work out at their own level.
Yeah.
I have 3 different classes where we have private instructors who come in. On Mondays, we have Justin McEnroe, who I believe either is still or used to work at the Y at one point. And he does an exercise class on Mondays. On Tuesdays, we have Ruth Ellen Griffin, who is a dance therapist, and she does exercising to music, and mostly she focuses on flexibility and balance. And at the beginning of each 6 weeks, she has a physical therapist come in and do an evaluation of each participant, and at the end of 6 weeks, he reevaluates to see if there have been any progress made. And then on Thursdays, we have a wonderful, energetic lady named Paula Pirog, who does exercise class with small hand weights and bands and balls, and very, very upbeat, and again, exercise flexibility, strength, bone development, really great programs.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned trips. How often do you guys take trips?
We offer at least 1 day trip a month, and maybe 5 or 6 overnight trips throughout the year. Everything from a 1 or 2 night overnight somewhere within New England to I have 4 people going to Italy this fall. I've got 4 people going to the Canadian Rockies next month.
Excellent. Do you get to chaperone those?
I don't chaperone those. I chaperone the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I'm taking a group next week to a country club in Massachusetts where an Elvis impersonator is doing a program, and they'll have lunch at the country club and then watch the show, and then we'll come home.
Wonderful. So are there still seats available for people who are interested?
There certainly are.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The larger trips, the tour companies have a no minimum policy, so even if one person locally wanted to go on a specific trip, the tour company will send a van here to Winsted to pick them up and take them to the airport. So it's a wonderful opportunity for folks. And they hook up with other people from around the country who are on the same tour, and they have an escort from the tour company that's with
great.
them.
So not only do they get to see somewhere new, they make new friends, meet new people.
Exactly. And they're with somebody that's watching out for them. So especially if they're going to a country where a foreign language is being spoken, there's actually somebody there with them. And usually they have local guides that are with them all the time. So,
excellent.
Yeah, yeah.
I would imagine one of the most popular things at the senior center is just coming for lunch.
Absolutely, yes. We offer lunch Monday through Friday at noon. And because we're subsidized, the lunch is only $3 for people who are 60 and older. If they're 55 to 60, it's $4.50.
It's going to break the bank.
It's a great price. The subsidy makes up the difference in the cost, and we're part of the nutrition program of Litchfield County, so all of the meals for all the senior centers that provide meal programs are made at the Cornucopia Banquet Hall in Torrington. They're brought in to us, and we keep the food to temperature. Our lunch ladies are trained in food preparation and how to keep things sanitary and healthy and checking temperatures and all. And it's really a wonderful deal because it's a large meal. It's a full course meal, and eating a large meal at the middle of the day is certainly healthier than eating it later in the day. And you can't beat the price.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the meal is planned by a dietitian, so it is meeting all of the needs of people the ages that we serve.
And you mentioned our day center. We actually have the same meals.
Oh,
come to
okay.
us.
Yes, and aren't they great?
They are. They're wonderful.
Yeah.
So are there certain menu items that they clamor for, or are there more popular days?
Tomorrow's spaghetti day, spaghetti and meatballs, and we always get a big crowd for that. I think we have 45 or 50 coming tomorrow.
Excellent.
And then when we have a special occasion, when I have entertainment, we can get up to 100 people coming for lunch, and then a music program afterwards.
So what kind of entertainment do you have?
In July, we're having a picnic. It's an indoor picnic. The nutrition program is going to be serving hot dogs and all the fixings. And then after the lunch, we have a cabaret singer coming who's a really marvelous performer. Her name is Ashley Cruz, and she walks around and sings to folks and kind of sidles up to the gentlemen, and all of the men get a big kick out of it. All of the wives get a bigger kick out of it. I take photos, and she has a lovely voice, and she sings a lot of music from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So she's a great program. In August, we have an ice cream social where we have a fellow named Tom Stankus who's doing old-time rock and roll from the 50s and 60s.
Great.
So we'll be rocking the walls that day. So those days we get close to 100 people coming out.
That's great. Now, you mentioned the wives, so I guess I just always imagined or assumed it was mostly single, do you get a lot of husband and wives coming?
We do get quite a few couples. It's just statistically, given the age we serve, there are more ladies than gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. So guys, great place to meet women.
Absolutely. And some of them ladies are looking. So yes, we are a little more weighted on the female side, but we do have some single fellows and quite a few couples.
Excellent. So what other things do you have coming up this summer that people might want to know about?
We have speakers that come in occasionally. In a couple of weeks, we have a speaker from the Area Agency on Aging who's going to demonstrate assistive technology, and that's just a fancy way of saying